Welcome to QA Junction, Playwright Automation Learning. In this video, we are going to write our first test case. We are going to open a web application in the browser. So let's begin. Let me recap from the last video. We have created the new folder with the command called mkdir and we navigated to that folder with the command called cd, right? So in order to open that folder in Visual Studio Code, click on File tab and then on Open Workspace from the file and select the created folder and click on Open. I already did it. That's the reason it is showing me these all. So it will show you like this if you open the folder which you created. So first things first, we will discuss about the playwright.config.js. It is the heart of Playwright, the core file. Don't worry, as you can see the missing set of lines here because I have removed all unwanted lines. Those are not unwanted because for the time being these are enough and it is not worth the time to explain all those lines in this lecture, because in this lecture we are going to discuss our first test case and execution of it. So I suggest you to please replace your playwright.config.js this with these lines. I will also paste this set of code in the description. You can copy that and paste it, because in future we will have a separate lecture on playwright.config.js in which I am going to explain you each and every line which I have removed it from here, which Playwright gave me as default. So I removed everything and I kept these things because it is enough for time being, and we will add on all the remaining lines which I have removed due to the requirements. Okay, so don't worry about it, just replace your config.js file with these code. So let me explain you the terminology here. This is test directory which has the path of this tests, and this is nothing but the expect time is of 5 seconds and this is the default timeout of 30 seconds. And reporter is HTML. After execution of your test case, a report will get generated after every execution. And in use block you are going to mention the browser name and also the headless as false, because we are going to execute our test case in headed mode because we want to see how our test cases are executing. That's the reason I have wrote headless as false. And Chromium is the browser name which will execute our test cases in Chrome browser. Don't forget to write this line, because this line module.expose equal to config will help our test cases to fetch all these settings. So let me create a test file under tests folder, new file, and here my first test case dot spec.js. So after your file name you need to write .spec because it has been suggested by Playwright, and .js is nothing but JavaScript file because we are writing the test case in JavaScript. Don't worry about JavaScript, there is nothing much to learn, and Playwright is more of auto-suggestive, and we can first learn Playwright and then move on to JavaScript. First things first, we need to write a line mandatorily here to execute our test case, which is require @playwright/test. So everything is auto suggestive, you just need to write 2 or 3 characters. You don't need to ratify it, and I am going to store this in a constant test. So I am going to use this test block to execute my test cases. This line should return compulsorily to execute our test cases successfully. So I am going to write test, give the title, as the description also says, you give the title, and all title is opening Amazon, and after that you need to open the braces, and inside the braces you need to open the curly braces and write page, because this page has access to open the browser and communicate with the browser, right? And just give the function. So this is the test block where we are going to write our test case. First step, what we will do, we need to open the Chrome browser and then open the website. So what we will do, page.go to, give the URL here. That's it. So one more thing I want to discuss you is, we are writing the test in our JavaScript. It is not like Java. JavaScript is totally asynchronous and it will not execute our test cases in order. That's the reason we are using async and await keyword. So you need to write async before this page and await before your test step. So alright, the test is ready. So in order to execute the test case, you need to just simply write a command npx playwright test. And before entering this command, make sure to save all the files. Click on it. It will open a browser. You can see it is a playwright browser, and it also opened Amazon site. It also got pass. You can see there is a report. So in playwright config, we already discussed that there will be a report of HTML will getting generated on every test execution, and also the browser we are using is Chrome and in header mode. So this is the importance of our playwright.config.js. Everything is done globally. So after execution of every test case, it will give us the command to open the report. Just copy and paste it and click enter. It will directly open you the test results. As you can see, opening Amazon pass. When you click on that, you can see each and every step. My first step was this, go to Amazon, and it passed, and it will also show you the time. This is the HTML report. So this is pretty much about our first test case, and you already know, right? Every test is incomplete without adding a validation to it, so we need to add the validation. So what we will do is, we will fetch the page title of Amazon and print it in output, and we will also validate the page title giving assertions. Okay, so that's very easy, don't worry. Next step is, we need to fetch the page title. So what we will do, await page.title. So it will fetch us the page title. So if you want to print this in output in JavaScript, there is console.log and close the braces. Now it will print the output in console. So let's see. Sorry, I have not saved my file, so before executing you must and need to save the file, so it will not print the output in console. Let me save it and check. Now it will print the output of page title. You can see this is our page title. You can also check here, right? So let us validate that. In order to validate, we need to use assertions. For that, we need to add this expect keyword here in braces, and then just write a simple line: await expect page dot to have title. Just copy paste the title, save it and execute. This time it will pass and it will also validate the title which we gave. You see, let me check the report. You see, it also passed to have title assertion. And let me mandatorily fail this test case and show you how reports are so helpful for us. Okay, so here instead of online I am giving it as sci, and this time, as you all know, the test case will fail. Let's wait for the failure of our test case. We go, it is waiting and it got failed, and it is also showing that expected string is this, but the received string from browser was this. So this is how our HTML reports are helpful. It will also show in which line it got failed, and it will also show expected and received strings. So let me change it to online and execute. This time it will pass. It will open Amazon and it will validate the title. See, it also printed the title and it also validated, which you can see in this successful report, right? And here there are two reports: the one which we wantedly failed, and this is the pass report, and you can see each and every step. So this is pretty much our first test case, and we have successfully performed all these actions. And this is the very important thing in every organization, right? When we open the browser and open the URL, first validation we do is the page title, and we already did it here with these simple 3-4 lines of code. So keep practicing. Thank you.